Sally, and today we're going to see a very interesting topic that is the body language. I'm going to give you 10 tips to improve your body language.
The effective use of body language plays a key role in communication. Here are 10 tips for powerful communication. Tip number 1. To boost your confidence, assume a power pose. Research at Harvard and Columbia Business School shows that simply holding your body in expansive, high-power poses, leaning back with hands behind the head and feet up on a desk, or standing with legs and arms stretched wide open, for a little as 2 minutes stimulates higher levels of testosterone, the hormone linked to power and dominance, and lower levels of cortisol, a stress hormone. Try this when you are feeling tentative but want to appear confident. In addition to causing hormonal shifts in both males and females, these poses lead to increased feelings of power and higher tolerance for risk. The study also found that people are more often influenced by how they feel about you than by what you are saying. Tip number 2. To increase participation, look like you are listening. If you want people to speak up, don't multitask while they do. Avoid the temptation to check your text messages, check your watch, or check out how the other participants are reacting. Instead, focus on those who are speaking by turning your hand and torso to face them directly and by making eye contact. Leaning forward, nodding, and tilting your head are another note ways to show you are engaged and paying attention. It's important to hear people. It's just as important to make sure they know you are listening. Tip number 3. To encourage collaboration, remove barriers. Physical obstructions are especially detrimental to collaborative efforts. Take away anything that blocks your view or forms a barrier between you and the rest of the team. Even during a coffee break, be aware that you may create a barrier by holding your cup and saucer in a way that seems deliberately to block your body or distance you from others. A senior executive told me he could evaluate his team's comfort by how high they held their coffee cups. It was his observation that the more insecure individuals felt, the higher they held their coffee. People with their hands held at waist level were more comfortable than those with hands chest high. Tip number 4. To connect instantly with someone, shake hands. Touch is the most primitive and powerful non-verbal cue. Touching someone on the arm, hand, or shoulder for a little as 1/40 of a second creates a human bond. In the workplace, physical touch and warmth are established through the handshaking tradition, and this tactile contact makes a lasting and positive impression. A study of handshakes by the Income Center for Trade shows show that people are 2 times more likely to remember you if you shake hands with them. The trade show research also found that people react to those with whom they shake hands by being more open and friendly. Tip number 5. To stimulate good feelings, smile. A genuine smile not only stimulates your own sense of well-being, it also tells those around you that you are approachable, cooperative, and trustworthy. A genuine smile comes on slowly, crinkles the eyes, lights up the face, and fades away slowly. Most importantly, smiling direct influences how other people respond to you. When you smile at someone, they almost always smile in return. And because of facial expressions prior corresponding feelings, the smile you get back usually changes the person's emotional state in a positive. Tip number 6. To show agreement, mirror expressions and postures. When clients or business colleagues unconsciously imitate your body language, it's their way of non-verbally saying that they like or agree with you. When you mirror other people with intent, it can be an important part of building rapport and nurturing feelings of mutuality. Mirroring starts by observing a person's facial and body gestures, and then subtly letting your body take on similar expressions and postures. Doing so will make the other person feel understood and accepted. Tip number 7. To improve your speech, use your hands. Brain imaging has shown that a region called Broca's area, which is important for speech production, is active not only when we are talking, but when we wave our hands. Since gesture is integrally linked to speech, gesturing as we talk can actually power up our thinking. Tip number 8. To learn the truth, watch people feet. When people try to control their body language, they focus primarily on facial expressions, body postures, and hand and gestures. Since legs and feet are the less unrehearsed, they are also where the truth can most often be found. Under stress, people will often display nervousness and anxiety through increased foot movements. Feet will stretch and curl to relieve tension, or even kick out in a miniaturized attempt to run away. The studies show that observers have greater success judging a person's real emotional state when they can see the entire body. You might not know it, but instinctively you have reason to full gestures all your life. Tip number 9. To sound authoritative, keep your voice down. Before a speech or an important telephone call, allow your voice to relax into its optimal pitch by keeping your lips together and making the sounds and if you're a female, watch that your voice doesn't rise at the end of the sentences as if you were asking a question or seeking approval. Instead, when starting your opinion, use the authoritative arc in which your voice starts one note, rising pitch through the sentences and drops back down at the end. Tip number 10. To improve your memory, uncross your arms and legs. Body language researchers Alan and Barbara Pease report a fascinating finding from one of their studies. When a group of volunteers attend a lecture and sat with unfolded arms and legs, they remember 38% more than a group that attend the same lecture and sat with folded arms and legs. To improve your attention, uncross your arms and legs. If you see your audience exhibiting defensive body language, change tactics, take a break, or get them to move. And don't try to persuade them until their bodies open.
Well, that's it for today. See you next episode. Bye!
Body language is how we communicate personality, charisma, and influence with our nonverbal. Anyone who's interacting with people on a regular basis, so photographers, entrepreneurs, if you're going on dates, you're pitching yourself, body language is hugely important. Think of working with a client if you're a photographer. You can actually cater your body language to work with the client to make them feel confident and calm, and then put them in the correct body language so you get the perfect shot. I like to call myself a recovering awkward person. I found body language and it actually taught me how to be confident. So I started studying people, body language, and I've been doing that for 12 years. And now I share that research with people so I can show them how they can use confident body language. First, we start with teaching you how you can master your own nonverbal communication. And then I'm going to give a step-by-step guide on how to read other people's hidden nonverbal cues. So that's hidden emotions, lies, deception, and then how to make that interaction really smooth. When I do a 3-day workshop, I tell people after the first day, you're going to notice a difference. After the second day, other people are going to notice a difference. And after the third day, you're going to have a completely new way of interacting with people.